Super. So it's like you get over the hill. And so now it's all downhill from here.
Oh.
So you're over the hump. So
Yes.
Wednesday is seen as that day when you reach the peak. God. You reach the peak and then you start to go down.
Okay.
So we're going towards the end of the week. What you guys don't know is that EVE is able to say things to me that you guys can't hear.
Oh, is she your AI?
She's kind of like my Jiminy Cricket.
Ah, okay.
Was it Pinocchio? It was Pinocchio who had Jiminy Cricket on his shoulder.
Yes.
Yeah, Evie is like my Jiminy Cricket. So sometimes she says the least kosher of things, but it's okay. We'll just let it keep moving. And she's covering her face with her red scarf now to imagine as though people don't know. We know you.
Now we do.
Now you know.
Yes.
Now you know. And I can even sing. Look, if I can sing, then my voice is getting much better.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to know that you're well.
Yes,
this is the Situation Room. A very good morning to you at 6:15 on the DOT. It's Wednesday, the 18th of March. And we're getting into things this morning. Conversations will continue. Glad that everybody's here and keeping the wheels of steel moving. Evie, like you know, is here. You see her, but you don't see her, but she's there. And getting into things, JB, good morning to you. JB has promised to bring me a hot cup of something steaming, so that we're glad we're here. She's looking pretty in pink today. And Selfa is wearing that yellow bunny rabbit, bunny rabbit yellow. It's like Easter. It's like spring. That's the color of the sweatshirt that she's wearing today. It's interesting because I notice colors when people are wearing colors, and then I can say, okay, maybe this is how you're feeling today. Like you, sir, are wearing my favorite color, green. So you must be full of life or something.
Oh, yes, that I am.
Yeah. So Selfa's getting it out there so that you get those people who are asking about that 1 hour that we can watch the show later. That's what Selfa is putting together for you as we have these conversations so that you can get bite-sized pieces of the Situation Room, and then you can watch them later in the day to listen to what people have to say, to make decisions or to not make decisions based on what people say in these conversations that we have. So karibuni sana, and thank you for joining us to be able to do that. Our audiences on KTN, good morning, starting up bright and early with us today. When you flip on your TV, you will then be able to catch the Situation Room. You'll also be able to get it on radio, wherever you're tuned in around the country, indeed the region and the world. Our live streams are up on YouTube, Facebook, and on X today. And we'll be getting into a number of conversations. Leo. I'll tell you what that is in just a minute. Ndoko and Joe Kamanya with you today. And what we'll be talking about today, I'll let you in on that. The issues surrounding the infrastructure fund are still front and center. Now, if we don't talk about them or help us to have an understanding of what is really going on, we think we do ourselves a disservice. The infrastructure fund, smart financing tool, or is it a sophisticated risk? Sheila Lang is a development economist. She will join us at 7 o'clock. Let's open it up and look into it, politics aside, and what it really means, and if it makes sense. If it makes sense, very good. If it doesn't, chuck it out the window. And people to then be involved in that conversation. Onesimus Ngogoyo, I beg your pardon, is the Member of Parliament for Kajiado North. Mwalimu Peter Amunga is an education advocate and a researcher at Kewota. Hey, can I get my consonants together today?
Zen.
Okay. 2.1 billion shillings is the money that we don't know as missing. I hate to use that word because it's not been missing. It doesn't just take off and get legs. Yes. Somebody takes it. Somebody moves it. So it's been stolen. Where did it go? It's supposed to be given to bursaries, but it goes somewhere else.
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation about that and where this money actually goes.
Indeed.
Now, when we also look at bursaries, are they actually funds towards education or are they political tools?
Good question.
For value for you to come and vote for me. So when I say there's something and come and get bursaries tomorrow, is it so that you recognize me? Because I could just as well, if you're going to line up at the bursary office at 3 a.m., perhaps you could just pick up your check from the office. But if I have to make a show of it, is it something else? We'll talk about that at 8 with these two gentlemen. Boniface Asiligwa is the president of Isaka Kenya chapter. Rosenderito Tunguru is a software developer. There's an AI bill at the Senate. The AI Bill 2026, regulating AI the Kenyan way, is what it's being looked at. This has been raised by Senator Karen Nyamu. And we're going to be discussing that a little bit. The bill. Not the senator.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying.
Okay, you got it. Yeah. And so that's what we'll be looking at with these two at 9 o'clock. Everybody talks about it. AI.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does it mean for Kenya?
It's all over. We need to see how it plays out. What do we do? How?
It works exactly.
Igbo.
So that's what we'll be talking about today. And so Karibuni Sana, join us in those conversations. We'll get into it in just a minute. Eugene Bosire is a very good friend of mine. He does commercial marketing. And I had a chat with him yesterday, and I said I would embarrass him this morning and say, hello, good morning, Eugene, and hope you're doing well. And keep tolling, because
He's vertically not challenged.
Exactly.
Okay. Hi, Eugene.
See, Joe Kamani has even said hi, Eugene, to you. We'll say hello to everybody this morning as we get into it in just a minute. Let's share today's proverb. Like you know, we're at the archipelago where Comoros is located. For the purposes of those who speak Franglish, which is English and French, we'll say Comoros. But in French, interestingly enough, you never pronounce the last letter of the word if it is a consonant.
So you should just get tired along the way.
If it is a consonant en français, you don't, like français ends with an S. You don't pronounce the last letter if it ends in a consonant.
So you say comment?
Comoro. Yes.
Paris.
So
Why
if
get
the
tired?
next, however, if the next word starts with a vowel, then you pull the last letter of the previous word and join it to the next word. For example, the word for the United States of America in French is les États-Unis. Les États-Unis. So État ends with an S. You wouldn't pronounce it on its own ordinarily. Like you say coup d'etat, but the next word, uni, starts with a vowel, U. So you pull the S, États-Unis. You see what I'm saying?
It sounds like a performance.
French actually is a performance when you think about it. And these are some of the things that you have to remember. You have to remember the feminine and the masculine because it's a genderized language. And then you just have to remember so many things. And we don't pronounce this. We do pronounce this. It's soft. There's an accent. You pronounce it. It just...
And just a bit of a twist changes the meaning.
Absolutely. Like that. So, I mean, it's an interesting language, I think.
Indeed.
As are many of our languages. And like I say, our African languages, I really love our African languages because the words that we use tell of the thing as opposed to just mentioning it. Tell of the thing. Like I say otutuoma in my language, I'm saying the morning is good. So I'm not just saying hello. I'm saying the morning is good. Otutuoma. You see. There's something about our language that's
they're very expressive indeed and rich in meaning and emotions.
Yeah.
And how I wish we would pride ourselves in bringing back our African languages.
Absolutely.
It is okay for you to speak multiple languages.
And
none of them has to be European.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's why I love the Kiswahili. And I'm glad that my kids can speak Kiswahili, but they're also learning Igbo and then also Hausa, the languages that I grew up learning and still speak till today.
Right.
You know, and then touch up here and there with other languages. I think it's a good thing.
It was also a way of us sustaining culture and lessons, moral lessons. The African stories that are, when they are told in, let's say, in English, they lose meaning.
That's true. That's why sometimes you revert to your mother tongue because the meaning is just sunk so deep in it, isn't it?
Yeah, like what you just said, Otutoma.
Yeah.
The morning is good. How do you say that? I mean, translate that, you lose the fidelity of the concept.
Exactly.
So
Or like in Hausa, in the morning, you say Ina Kwana. Ina is where. Kwana is like day. Where? So I'm asking you, or like Kwana is asleep, one sleep.
Right.
So I've asked you, how was your sleep? You see?
Yeah, there's emphasis.
Exactly. It's great, I think. Yeah. So the people of the Comoros, that's where this all started from.
Okay.
So this is here. A whistle, the proverb from Comoros this morning. A whistle will not call back a dog that has escaped from the leash. Cast your mind back to the things that we heard yesterday, all over the place in rallies. But okay, so as not to tint your opinion. A whistle will not call back a dog that has escaped from the leash.
It's like, some bridges cannot be rebuilt. Once broken, like you said, I'm sure you're not trying to blur my
opinion.
opinion, but a jilted lava, when people fall off, there are things you cannot go back to.
No.
I'm not talking about the president and his ex-impeached deputy. No,
Of course you're not.
No, I'm not talking about that.
No, you're not.
I'm just saying that once the dog leaves the leash, there is no soothing, whether from the whistle or otherwise, that will bring it back. It's like now, some bonds, once they're broken, that's it.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, once you've let it out,
Yeah.
you could. There's so many things that you can do, but very little will reverse the situation.
Indeed.
Yeah. So you let the dog off the leash, even if you blow the whistle 1,000 times, you've already let it go, my friends, and it's done.
Yep.
All right. So that will be an interesting one to go through the day.
Yes.
Let's say hello to you guys this morning as you're tuning into the room. Very good to have you in the room this morning. Like I said, our live streams are up on YouTube, Facebook, and on X. And we know that our friends on Facebook tuned in this morning. We can see you. Karibuni Sana. And thank you for doing what you do. Tell us if it's your first time just tuning in, because we know that there are thousands of people who are listening as we get to work and do the things that you need to do. Some in the school bus, getting to school, interestingly enough, listening to us as we get into the morning. Thank you for doing that. So we just take a moment. Tell us where you're tuned in from, different parts of the world as well. Leo says, hello, Princess, and good morning. Joe.
Good morning.
So this is what Leo says. So Nairobi Hospital survived Moi,
Yes.
Kibaki, Uhuru. Then Ruto happened. Now, they in both managerial and financial turmoil. Surely something is stinking in the land of Denmark? Peter Chiaria says, good morning from Mombasa. If you want to be happy, have zero expectations of others, take 100% responsibility for your life and be grateful for what you have. 100%. I agree. Yesterday was a tragic day for the motherland, is what Leo says. Political diarrhea went below the bottom of the barrel. And with 1 year left, it seems it will get more personal. There's, in different countries, there's open season.
Yes.
Right? In Japan, there is a time whereby you can cull sea fishing for tuna and things like that.
Yep.
There's certain times of the year when you can't, so they close it off. Or in the
Newfoundland.
exactly.
Yes.
Continental US, they say you cannot hunt moose at a certain time,
Right.
or you cannot hunt deer. But there is a time when it's open season.
Right.
I call it in Kenya or some parts of the continent, political silly season. And it would appear as though the gates have been lifted and anybody can say whatever they want in whatever manner they choose. Yesterday, unfortunately, was very sad to see and hear. Shouldn't have ever happened. But
Are you surprised?
I'm actually not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. It's open season. I'm expecting worse. And for us to get to the place whereby we're actually saying we expect worse, yikes. That's not
I think,
good at all.
like you say, it's an open season because in 2021, the build-up to for the last election we had, the same happened. Some people are called Uganga. I mean, I think the bar has started too low. Given the characters, but anyway, like you say, it's an open season. Let's see what
happens next.
Yeah, but it's good. Let's take notes.
Yeah,
Let's take notes.
Now these bare. What is it? Bare knuckle. This is it, guys.
Yes.
So understand who you have.
Right.
Jimmy Manuthi says, good morning, Spice family. Happy to rise up and be in your show. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Tune in from Preston in the UK. Ndu and Joe, what would you do if you were made president of Kenya for 24 hours?
Just follow the law.
Follow the law.
Yes.
Quick, don't even have to think about it. Wake up from the middle of the night. Joe, what would you do? Follow the law.
Yeah.
Okay. Zach OK says, good morning, Spice family. Minneapolis tuned in here. Now thieves are telling us when they are caught stealing. They're securing the properties from thieves. They were not stealing. Interesting. Tips Muge says, good morning. Good morning to you. My prince, good morning. President William Ruto's sentiments in Western were very unpresidential. Meanwhile, Juja MP is proposing that Parliament should debate in Kikuyu for 2 hours every week. I swear, you can't make some of this stuff up, man.
No, when you are talking
I wish you
about
could.
embracing our local languages,
That's not what we're talking Joe said that's not what we meant.
No.
No. Oh, God. Glocko says, good morning, Team Spice. Transoya is tuned in this morning. Tukondani Kabisa, thank you so much. Robert Mbogo tuning from Mombasa. Good morning, folks, says John Murathi. Good to have you here. Good morning. Hope you're doing better, much better, Jennifer. Thank you so much. Good morning, Joe, and all the tech team. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Wishing Aseto a restful break. Jennifer, did you deliver the mabuyu? Just asking. Joe yesterday wanted to know. I'm asking on behalf of Joe.
Yes, and let it not be AI.
No, the real thing. We want proof, evidence.
Yes, we do.
Boaz Naliana says, good morning, tuning from Kitale. Great to tune in. Roy Sambo Ikolok says, Prince Calvin, good morning to you. Good morning. Kisa Daniel is asking, who's advising the president? Sababu matamshi yake yanatisha. What does that mean?
Matamshi yako rafiki. I mean, his pronouncements were not pleasing.
Okay.
Haya kunipendeza. We have a song.
Oh, there's a song for everything, I'm telling you.
Yes.
Okay. Mtuflani, season 1, X called Y a grand thief and Y mocked X for being a petty thief. Season 2, X listed Y's loot and attempted heist, foiling him now. Y got triggered and unleashed a barrage of insults on X's squad. Where?
And I think that season 3 will be interesting.
I tell you, season 3 is going to be much fun.
Did you ever watch Blacklist?
I did. In fact, I think I will need to watch it
You
again.
may want to go.
I need to watch it again.
Yeah.
I'm sure glad you're feeling better. Thank you so much more better. I can even sing today. Kansifa says, good morning. Mombasa is tuned in. Karibu sana. Makano Oliver, hi cousins. Well, good morning, cousin. Seems like we should be content with Singapore. The kind of vulgar language our president is currently using, I'm so ashamed on his behalf. We aren't getting to Singapore anytime soon. Yikes, it would seem so. Fiery Red says, good morning. I said to an absentia and Joe, receive your flowers today. Thank you so much, sir. Really appreciate that. Rose Gray says, good morning, Ndu and Joe. Paul and Ndu, thank you so much. Feeling much better. Tuning from Manara. Thank you. Karibu Sana. Mashari Anjeru says, good morning, Spice team. Ndu and Dennis, yes, Joe's here too, watching from Portland, Oregon. Oh my God, Kenya political theater of the absurd is getting messy. Watching from Portland, we see you. Eric Orr, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Vincent, am I the only one who's muted? I think so. You might want to check something with a loudspeaker on your screen that an X through it. Yep. Touch it so that the line disappears, and then I think you're good to go, brother.
And confirm that now you're no longer muted.
Exactly.
Yes.
Do let us know. SLB there says, the insults we had yesterday reminds me of the days I was in school. That's what we used to do. It's miserable. Have a good day, people. Yeah, I know. It does actually remind you of high school days, or maybe even younger. Take a note. Tune in from Morena County. Which one is Morena County?
Mohu?
Morena County, Kenya.
Morena.
Is that? I am sure. There's no county called Morena. Please, just let us know, Vincent. Christina says, good morning. Salam ni ukokadi. Nikokadi jewewe. That hashtag Nikokadi, yep. I love it.
Yes.
We keep going, guys. That's if you have a place to share a hashtag today.
Please do.
Share the hashtag Nikokadi.
Yes, Nikokadi. And implement it.
Yes.
Just take the few people around you, do something.
And go.
Go,
guys.
When it's just the 2 of you, the 3 of you, the 5 of you. Yes, each one touch one. We're going to snowball this thing.
Kabisa. Right, Msula, we see you. Most of the Shakespeare plays are tragedies and most are still relevant today. Isn't it just the truth? You guys, I keep telling you, this guy Shakespeare, go read Hamlet because he was brilliant in the sense that he was writing for the time that he was in.
Yeah.
However, Hamlet, you can actually take Hamlet and put it in the country that you are and it will make sense. Go read it. I'm serious.
Okay. We'll do.
Gekota says, good morning, my people. Princess Ndu, Dennis, Joe, and EVE. Gloves are off for politicians on the campaign trail. It's brains off too. I wonder the kind of leadership watching from Miami in Florida. I'm telling you. SNB that says, Jameni tunaenda Singapore na matusi kabisa, it would appear. Slumdog Masai says, good morning to the spicy team. Great minds. You're in Berlin. I love Berlin. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Listening in from Hindi Lamu. There's a place like that. Benny Macha says, good morning. Hindi Lamu, right. Stanley Gasha says, greetings. A lawyer defending Pastor Paul Mackenzie of Shakahola has challenged the police at Mombasa Law Court to produce evidence that the departed are not in heaven, as promised by his clients. Oh, my God. We've interviewed that lawyer, actually. He actually said, prove to us that the people who are saying that were being told that they were going to go to heaven are not in heaven. I don't know. Call Peter, who were all the departed. Yes. And ask them if the guys are not in heaven, because how can you prove that they're not?
It's a fair question.
I think it is. That's the crazy thing about the law.
If the whole thing about religion is that, especially Christianity, there is a life after
death, or this after life, life after life.
Are they trying to say that indeed there is no life after death by convicting Mackenzie?
True.
I'm only asking.
Yeah, I know. I can't do that. I don't have the bandwidth to now start going.
Okay.
Not today. Maybe on Friday.
All right.
In my brain.
We'll save it for Friday.
Okay. Chukwuzira says, Ndu, do you know what mchongoano is?
Do you?
No. What is that? He's asked you to explain.
Roasting. Like when you roast somebody, jokes.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
like thank you so much. Like oh God, what is it? Yeah, it's a roast. Essentially,
it's a roast.
Yeah, okay.
Dissing is a roast.
Yeah. Okay, I know what that is.
So it would appear. That's the presidential element of the week. They are roasting each other.
Ah, that's what's going on.
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's
Listen,
just
like,
you holler insults.
yeah.
Sick jokes.
It's going to get crazier.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Listening in from Rongo is Georgia Dimo. Young Jedi, good morning. Ndu and Joe, happy Wednesday. All buckled up for today. Karibu sana twende kazi. Refer says, even Uhuru was dragged to the mud with his deputy back in 2022, but Uhuru never replied. Our president also said Kalonzo alopecia, but Kalonzo never replied. Yikes. The blind ombudsman passes his greetings to all Spice listeners. Good morning, Ivan Omondi. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Rashid says, good morning. Tuned in Team Spice. Our president is losing it, is what would appear. Ambassador Beja says, greetings from Paddington. Good morning, Madam Ndu and Co. Ready for the hottest show. Karibu sana. Morris Mwandiki says, good morning as well. We see you. Makanu Oliver, Dr. Venvik tuned in this morning. And Nyakundi Emmanuel, good morning, Ndu and Joe. What's the difference between Nuru Okanga and our president? I don't even know what Nuru Okanga is, but okay.
No, Nuru Okanga is quite a character. You find him in Jacaranda. He's the...
Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
him.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's him. And many questions here. Winfred Jerry says, in politics, no one has the monopoly of insults. Kashago had it coming. It's going to get rougher. I think it actually is going to get rougher.
But-
Anybody who opens their mouth right now is guilty of the same.
But you see, for them, it's a personal affair. I don't know why we drag it to a national matter.
This
It's
thing
a
is between
personal-
these two men.
Yes.
This thing that we're all seeing and hearing is between these
Yeah.
two gentlemen. They need to figure it out.
Let
they
them
need
mudsling as they may.
Absolutely, but they
Yes.
need to go outside, shirt off, and do the duel and leave the rest of us alone.
Indeed.
Good morning. Leaders shouldn't stoop so low. Abuses in public, says Osana Emily, are not good. Our children will follow suit, unfortunately. And we see you all this morning. Aseto is tuned in this morning. We can see you, man.
What?
Yeah. Can't stay away, can you? It's like a drug. It's a good kind of drug. Roll up the sleeves, put it right here. Let's go. Everybody, good morning. Karibuni sana. Thank you for joining us this morning. We're going to take a quick break right now. And even as we say hello to you guys, thank you so much for being here this morning. We take a minute to then be able to greet you and see where your minds are this morning. And so it's fantastic that we get an opportunity to do so. Let's take a quick break, look at what's happening with weather traffic. We'll come back and look into the headlines. Good morning.
This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.
At 21 minutes to 7 o'clock, a very good morning to you. Let's look into the headlines today, and we'll start with the Kenya's bold newspaper, The Standard. And the headline there, interesting, is unpresidential. As in the headline is actually saying unpresidential. not that the headline.
Not that the headline.
Not that the headline is unpresidential. You understand? All right. Whatever happened to presidential decorum? Ruto's 4-day Western tour, meant to showcase development, instead became a shocking display of insults, body shaming, and personal attacks. Opposition leaders were ridiculed for their families, habits, and political failures, while the president boasted of his achievements. A platform that should inspire hope turned into a spectacle of unchecked profanity and political theater. Was he answering somebody who may have said something about him? If he was it justified? President William Ruto said, and I quote, "We have a person possessed with the spirit of tribalism, hatred, and division. He's moving in churches, funerals, and on roadsides, telling us nothing. The person who has gone to the bedside of his dying brother to manipulate his will and disinherit the widow and orphans of their property." He went on to say he has no moral authority to lecture us or tell us anything, that it is not a person to lead anywhere and anything. I'm giving him a notice. We will not allow him to mislead this nation, a character who has no morals. He went on. There is another one, and I was even shocked. I heard him yesterday saying Ruto is not sleeping because he has lost weight. Indeed, these people are fools. They're overeating, yet they talk about me cutting weight. I'm intelligent enough to know when to reduce my weight so that I can focus on what I do. I am disciplined enough to know how much to eat to stay alert. For you people, you have eaten so much that your stomach protrudes and your head looks ready to burst. It went on and on and on, and the back and forth. Look, like I told you, I'm actually not surprised.
No.
And that people are outraged. I'm actually like, why are you? What are we surprised about? Whether it came from President William Ruto, whether it came from Rigathi Gachagua, whether it comes from anybody else, that we've reduced ourselves to this. I think that's the bigger issue here. So I don't know. It's just. We're gonna see more of it. That's for sure.
Yeah, the only alarming thing about it is he spoke of that he knows of someone who impregnated and murdered a young girl.
Yeah.
When a president makes such sentiments, such comments, what is he implying? Why is that person not brought to book? You know?
Exactly.
Because a life was lost.
Yeah.
We can argue about how they want to body shame each other, how they want to call each other on character and all those other things. But when you accuse someone of murder, I think that needs to be taken up by the investigative agencies.
Absolutely.
And
let's also talk about the circumstances under which you know this and have
Yes.
kept it under wraps for the
Yes.
longest time.
Yeah.
Or is it a card? Is it your last card, essentially, that you now choose to play at a time? Your trump card, essentially, that you choose to play at a time when everybody thinks you've lost.
Yep.
Because if you've known that this person allegedly has impregnated an underage girl, from what we are being told, and then murdered her,
Right.
how do you know this information? And again, yes, Joe, why have you not reported it?
Yep. That's something I would want to see the DCI take up and see it to full development.
Yeah.
There are things we should not let slide. Yeah. They can continue the body shaming. We don't care about that. We already know what they're made of. Chapter 6 is being confirmed of our constitution about the character of an individual who should hold office. But when it comes to issues of murder and loss of life,
Let's not play with it.
let's not play with it. Yep.
Another thing that may look a little bit like an interesting approach to things. It's a PS directive echoes undiplomatic trend by embassies and the ministry. PS Singaway accused of ordering JICA to be protected from court servers and auctioneers. Several embassies have disregarded court orders after employees win cases. Foreign Affairs Principal Secretary Korir Singaway has been sucked into a court orders defiant saga involving the Japan International Cooperation Agency. PS is accused of directing Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja to deploy diplomatic police officers to prevent court officials or auctioneers from accessing JICA properties. So, again, here it is, the question of when is it the law or when is it a favor, and can it be used interchangeably?
Yeah, I think there was also another case with another embassy, with an embassy rather. I don't remember which one, it eludes me for now. But employees wanted to move to court, and I think there was political interference again. You know, so it begs, as you say, when is it law? When is it convenience?
Yeah.
When is it a favor?
Yeah.
And I believe, especially our organs, all organs of our Kenyan organs should work to protect the rights of Kenyans.
Indeed.
We cannot abet foreign agencies, whether an embassy or an corporation, to coming and exploiting employees on our own soil. So, PS, you are not being very patriotic. Yes.
Hunger pangs. A third of Kenyans starving. 18% of children stunted. I think perhaps these two individuals who are making this noise, I'm not surprised that they're not paying attention to this. The report on hunger was released yesterday. I know people have many questions. Who released this report? It was released by the Civil Society Alliance, as well as the Wealth Hunger Hilfer County organization, Concern Worldwide, and the Embassy of Ireland. They released this report yesterday. And these are the results. A third of Kenyans, so you're looking about, give or take, 20, almost 20 million people hungry, and 18% of Kenya's children are stunted. President's profanity shocker as he ridicules opposition leader. That takes place on page 4. Winnie Odinga to go for deputy party post. When is this going to happen, ODM? Because your NDC is not an NDC, or is it an NDC? You're confusing us. We're told March 27th is going to be an NDC. Then they came and said, actually, no, it's not NDC the way you're thinking NDC. It's NDC ile ya kuleta watu pamoja ndio tuelewe mali tunaenda kama chama. Okay, great. But is it an NDC where you're going to bring in new party? Because we were told that according to your constitution of the party, that you required an NDC in order to bring in a new party leader and other officials of the party.
Yes.
So is it an NDC or not? Hello? I don't know, man, but okay.
It's just a meeting before the meeting.
I don't know, man. Maybe they're confused.
They are. I mean, there's a lot going on there.
You would be clear about something that you were clear about.
You would know at least.
Yeah.
But I think that the changing dynamics of the party will have a new fiber of operation moving forward. But, we leave that to them. I would like to respect the independence of political parties, because I believe interference, like we have seen in some, and also in ODM, is what now compromises the authenticity of the ideologies, if at all, that the parties ought to stand for.
Yeah.
So I want to see how ODM will play these out. I see it as a test of structures, political party structures and organs. So let's see how it goes. Interesting. But we should remember, adui ni maskini. Poverty is the enemy.
Poverty is the enemy here.
That is sustained by poor leadership.
It's true.
Yes.
It's true. It's a tool, guys, as well. A backlash. President under fire for meddling in Nairobi hospital saga. He said, as the patron of the Nairobi hospital, I am not going to sit back where I allow corrupt people and charlatans to run away with Kenya's premier. I don't know. He went on and used some other words. But I said, you know what? Look down the road. Hello, Kenyatta National Hospital, where one cancer machine broke down 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
And that means that what you've done is that you've halved the number of patients that you can then treat in the oncology department. Now, this has broken down because of they've not been able to get spare parts because they don't have the mullah in order to do so. I'm just saying, and it could be a suggestion, what if that energy, that vigor, that vim, you took it and you applied it to East Africa's largest referral hospital and make sure that anybody who comes into this hospital can be taken care of. I think that would be a great legacy. But whomst am I?
Well, I'm just saying, Kenyatta Hospital was to get an oxygen plant.
That is actually providing air. That is actually air.
Yes.
Air.
And I think 500 million crossed the road.
490 million shillings.
Yes. You see, the energy for transparency and accountability and proper provision of quality healthcare cannot cross the road from Nairobi Hospital to Kenyatta Hospital. I think the road is too wide. So I like the enthusiasm the president is beginning to display about Nairobi Hospital. But
it's
as
nice.
you say, it is nice. But as you say, can that energy just cross over
It's just
road?
down the road.
Just cross over.
In fact, you can walk. You can walk. From Nairobi Hospital to Kenyatta, you can actually walk.
But how we choose to cherry pick the application of our law.
And just in case nobody knew,
Yep.
Nairobi Hospital is a private entity.
Yes.
Kenyatta National Hospital is a government facility. Just again, in case nobody knew.
And a stone throw away, Bagadi Hospital awaits.
Please, I've told you that I need to wait until Friday for some things.
Okay.
Yeah.
We save it for Friday.
So while you people are insulting yourselves outside, there are people who are dying of cancer that perhaps don't need to. There are people who, by the way, we're going to have that conversation at 8 o'clock. 2.1 billion shillings, we don't know where it is, and we're supposed to go for bursaries for children to go to school.
Yeah.
There are still hundreds of thousands of children who are at home, and people are coming to talk about who slept with whose wife and who did what. Come on. Just leave us alone. Actually, leave people alone and do the things that you're supposed to do. Come on. When we look at these headlines, it's now when you realize, hang on a minute, this thing that had people all over the place yesterday talking. Meanwhile, there's somebody who's gasping for breath in a hospital bed, in a referral hospital, that you should have put funds behind. Nonsense and ingredients. Meanwhile, if that does not annoy you, Mudavadi needs 280 million shillings in his office for urgent security upgrades. Scratch your head very well.
Yeah, sometimes you fail to understand how these people, how disconnected they are to the realities we are living in. Today I'm still wondering what the cabinet secretary is doing in Moscow.
Is he not back?
No, he had a live interview last night.
It's true.
Virtually.
It's time to come home.
Yeah. We have an embassy there. Everything he said and did could have been done by our ambassador.
If in the book of phrases, you were looking for a picture, and the phrase was could have been an email, the picture next to it would be C.S. Mudavadi.
Well put. Well put.
Parents fear rogue school heads could lock learners out of exams. Oh, God in heaven. We're going to be talking about education at 8 o'clock, so let's just hold on to that for a minute. Yeah. Senators raise concerns over state of key facilities at Wilson Airport. I'm going to keep it moving. Heavy rains to intensify as death toll now hits 71. Tomorrow is Thursday, the 19th of March. Focus, guys, focus. The Met Department has already told us that heavy rain will be experienced in different parts of the country. Forget about the easterly lowlands and the central highlands. It's going to rain. And that because of that, there's a likelihood of flooding. 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. We've already been told. Excuse me, sir. Nairobi and national government working together? Counties, are you guys ready? I'm just asking. And there ends. Please, I've taken too much time.
No.
Get yourself a copy of the Standard newspaper. Get a copy of the Standard e-paper. You can do that online.
The Daily Nation. Well, nothing new. Talks about Winnie backed for Uburu's deputy post. Just what we are talking about, the ODM development. Let's see how that goes. Nairobi ODM branch officials have proposed creation of another deputy leader's position for Winnie Odinga, who has accepted the proposal that she deputizes party leader Oburu Oginga.
She wants to help her uncle.
Yep. Well, she says the party is home. There's nowhere to go. You don't leave home. So let's see how that develops. Nairobi hospital directors are defiant, and they, despite Ruto's order. It says Dr. Job Lukuru Obwaka and lawyer Samson Budhia Kinyanjui, they are saying the hospital's directors have no intention to resign, and they will face the criminal charges while serving on the Medical Facilities Board until a proper AGM is constituted and the AGM resolves otherwise. On matters education, Teacher Service Commission has a very stock choice on the fate of 44,000 intern teachers. Citing a recent court ruling, the Teacher Service Commission tells Parliament it may terminate the contracts of tutors if the National Treasury does not allocate funds for their employment. That story continues on page 8. Matters education in this country.
If I may.
Please.
So, you know, one of the things that we've heard for the longest time, and the longest time means 6 months, is that, we've hired 100,000 teachers. We've hired the 70%,
right?
This 44,000 are the ones who are saying, no, we've complained enough.
Yes.
On top of that 44,000 is about 32,000 other teachers who are still intern teachers. Of the 100,000, only about 30,000 of them are on P&P. Now, these teachers have been saying, excuse me, I cannot be an intern teacher and you load me with the same responsibility as somebody who is confirmed. So they have been saying, it's either you hire me or you leave me alone. So can you say that 100,000 teachers have actually been hired?
The story continues. I think the court pronounced itself saying they should be fired.
Exactly.
Yeah, either they are
court says they should be fired or be confirmed. Okay.
So the gloves are off. That's a headline from the Daily Nation. He says, in his own words, the president said, someone who went to his brother's deathbed and manipulated his will so as to disinherit his widow and children. You want to give us a lecture? You cannot mislead the nation.
Okay.
He calls somebody else a murderer. You impregnated a girl the age of your child, then killed her. What can you tell us? Is this a person to lead anywhere? Is this a person to lead any community? Matters held, weighty issues. I was surprised to hear them say William Ruto does not sleep, that he is emaciated. I am intelligent to know when to cut down weight to concentrate on what I do. Well, the president was addressing residents of Kakamega town, where he handed 200 beneficiaries keys to affordable houses in Milimani Estate yesterday. It's a bare knuckle affair. I think the story continues on page 4 and 5. That's what we are reading, and I think we already express ourselves on the murder concerns. That is what catches my attention most. The other issues, they can take it up as they may.
Yeah.
Page 2 it talks about county performances. Samburu and Narok are among the few devolved units that had bulk of revenue from tourism fees. Apparently, there is a concern
Okay.
that almost 34 counties depend on levies and fees from hospitals
Really?
to raise their bigger percentage of their on-source revenue. So they're being implored upon to explore alternative mechanisms, because if you're relying on people being sick for you to have enough budget,
I love the way you put it.
I mean, so there is that concern. That story continues on page 2 of the Daily Nation. The same county bosses on page 3, source of conflict. There seems to be the governors are fighting with their county service boards. Separation of powers is not playing out in the county. The whole devolution fraternity. So you have Governor Tembea of Trans Nzoia there. Before a Senate committee, that was last year. Apparently, he's engaged in a tussle with his county's public service board and many other governors.
Sure.
I think you've seen deputy governors who have been locked out of office. In Isiolo, we have 2 county assemblies.
Imagine.
I wonder who
It's like,
collects revenue.
my
So
gosh.
devolution something we need to look at.
Yeah.
Page 5 says why Kenyans fighting in Russia won't be compensated. It is opined that they did sign the contract voluntarily.
They did.
Then page 5, proud KNRC 2026 champions. We have driver there, Jasmeet Chana and Ravi Chana, the navigator. That is the Ruby's team. And, I think they won. Are people back from Naivasha? Hello? Hello?
Or one would imagine so.
Are
Or
we all
perhaps
where
they
we-
stayed because, Eid comes up Friday. Also, the chief Qadi is supposed to have sighted the moon at some point, or will probably sight between today. Not that it's his choice. It's when the moon shows up. Excuse me.
Sorry.
It's when the moon shows up, he will sight it. Not that he say, well, today is a good day to sight the moon. No. When it shows up, he'll sight it. But it looks as though Friday is going to be that day. So maybe folks are waiting to elongate the weekend. Who knows? Called in sick Monday and said, it's a 4-day week.
Yeah.
Well, it's to be interesting to see.
Right. So many more stories follow.
Yes.
Please grab a copy.
The
yourself
Star
updated.
also talks about the 43,000 intern teachers who risk losing their jobs with the court ruling. Well, what do you expect, TSC? Make them permanent and pensionable. Don't keep them on an intern. You can't. It's actually against the law to keep someone in an intern state. I think it's 6 months. You can't do it beyond that time. So how about, unless you have the agreement in place where like doctors it's for a year, that you have to do your internship for a year. You can't do it longer than that. Hello?
Yeah.
Get it right and then put them on the staff. And then don't give a science teacher mathematics. Okay, I think you can do that. But I mean, you don't give a history teacher then now biology to teach, that kind of thing. And those are some of the things that they've been complaining about.
Yeah. And it's tantamount to not just insubordination, but it's also unprofessional.
Come on.
Because how do you trust somebody who is not skilled for a particular activity?
And you're giving them
to
that
undertake it?
responsibility.
Yeah. You're failing. You're setting up the kids for failure.
For failure. As well as the individual who's doing the teaching.
Because they'll not excel. That's not their area of excellence.
Exactly. What do you expect? You can't judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree.
Indeed.
How about that to end on? While we then say it's 7 a.m.
This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.